Yes, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Welcome, Spectrum fans, to Retro Spectrum Gaming. Retro is old-fashioned gaming. Spectrum because of the ZX Spectrum, and gaming just in case I feel like doing anything else. But no, not today. We're back on the ZX Spectrum, and we are looking at a brand new title that was released last month. Andy Farrell and the delights of this. This is the menu for a game called Springbot. This is our Springbot, and these are the bad guys around him that will kill him. Skulls and planets in yellow, flowery things on a blue earth. It's a nice little delightful platformer. Andy dropped me a note by email. You can do as well. ewanspence@gmail.com asking if I'd like to review his first game. Well, Andy, here we go. Springbot Mars Attacks has a lovely scene setting. It's a mining facility on the planet Mars, and it's been invaded by hostile aliens known as the Geonauts. Collect fuel cells to power up the reactor, cause an explosion to destroy the invaders, and then escape back to your ship. So, all up here could look like absolutely anything, but of course, screenshots when you download the game, which is at andyjf.itch.io/springbot. We'll have the link in the comments on that one. So you know to expect this delightful little platform. It's called Springbot, so you can guess who your main character is. You are the futuristic mix of R2-D2 and Zebedee. As aforementioned, your job now is to find all the fuel cells, find the nuclear reactor, load it up, explode it, and then get yourself off the planet. And you do that with, as always, left and right and jump, and a fair amount of exploring. Now, one of the advantages you'll have spotted there is that you're a spring, which means you can fall as far as you like. So, jump, and down we go. Obviously, everything that moves kills you. So the yellow flowers kill you. The purple marble thing, half marble, kills you as well. So you just got to watch what you're doing. Green, yellow, hue stuff that kills you as well. What a surprise! But you probably knew that already. And what you have is that delightful mix of spectrum, where you are doing platforming with left, right, and up. You have lots of mapping, because you like Spectrum games to have maps on them. And you've got a very basic mission, and there it is up there. Don't get too close to the spikes, or they will kill you. So let's just keep our distance, but do some jumping. Bum, bum, bum. Let's jump twice. There we go. Up a level. There we go. And we get ourselves some rocket fuel. Yay! We like rocket fuel. And thankfully we can take a shortcut back again. And we can jump away through. It doesn't look like I'm going to jump very well here. Would have been it there. That would have been it there. Okay, right then. One life left. One of the hallmarks of this game is one of the things that I really appreciate, especially in the newer Spectrum titles, is that difficulty curve is there. You know, this isn't an easy level thing to do. You're going to have to work to get through this game. And as I said, I really like that in a modern game. Obviously, you've got saving and loading and stuff, but put all that aside. Experience it in the way you would back when you were younger. If you're part of the younger generation, so for example, here we have a reactor. We've got a counter. We've got one. We don't know how many we need to get to actually blow up the reactor. But there again, you probably wouldn't know that in real life either. You'd just be, you're a spring, find all the reactor fuels. Why the cola machines are around? I think it's just a nice little bit of atmospherics there. Thankfully, with the distance we can go through there. That allows us to get a diamond, but not much else. So let's just not have a look through there just now. Over we go. We're going to be okay here so we can get through to the other side. Spaceman Monument, bouncy aliens. Oh, so one of the other things is you've got some exceptionally nifty, but well thought out level designs here. This is not a walk in the park to work out where you're going. Well, of course, one thing you can do is you can throw yourself into a sunflower with your last life. So that there is Springbot. It's a really well put together game. Those of you who are aware of your tools nowadays will know that it is being programmed together in AGDX. In fact, Andy pays it up on the line. And that's perfectly fine with me because you still got to have make your graphics yourself. You still got to decide how everything moves, your patterns and everything. You've got to decide on your level design. So the fact that you've got a little framework around to help you do the basics leaves you to focus as a developer on the rest of the stuff. As I said there, the level design here is well pitched. It's still difficult to see what to do, but it's not impossible to see what to do. You know, it's relatively clear once you've been up to a screen once or twice, the path you can take to get through. What you also, of course, is, I mean, look at the graphics. Look at it. Look at how all these colours and purples and reds and everything mix. Look at the smoothness that you've got in the animation frames. Look at the small, definitely not a Death Star that's hiding up there in the sky. Look how obvious it is for elements you need to find, like the diamonds and the reactor fuel and such like. That little bit of design is done really well. The map design, along with levels, is good as well. Now Andy has put a copy of the map up on his website where you download it. So it's up there as a thumbnail that you can click on to see the full map. So you can see just by looking at the thumbnail, this is a big game. But that thumbnail doesn't really give you any hints as to what to do. Let me just go down the other way here. Way down we go even further. And in actual fact, this is just a cellar, so we'll just stay climbing up here. So, oh yeah, I remember now. You've got to jump out the way really quickly on this one. So you get yourself, there we go. That's how you get through. Lots of little tricks like that really help with the levels. There's a sense of accomplishment that comes through. Yes, what I was saying, there's the thumbnail that goes up on Andy's website. So you can see that it's a big game. You don't necessarily see where you need to go on that one. And of course, doesn't include the bonus cat getting in the way awkwardness, but I've managed to get that quite happily myself. I'm caught up playing the game again, aren't I? Okay, we've got another one. Wait for it. So where can we go this week? We've got an up one that we haven't seen before, so let's have a look at that one. So big level design. Big levels, well designed. Each screen is just focused, and you get a little bit further every time you play, and that is a mark of good design. It has to be said. Yep, you can throw together the graphics, you can throw together game movement, but unless you've got that little something that just keeps pulling you into the game, go on, have another look down. You can get to the next screen before that. You can have a look what's going on. Just play once more. You'll be fine. That's there. It's in there. And it's lovely. And yes, the difficulty level when you just get into it is quite high. But this isn't designed to be played in one sitting. You're not going to get through this all in one go. This is something to take your time over. Oh, what am I doing here? To take your time to luxuriate in the fact that you've got this delightful new Spectrum game. I'm going to hit the spikes because you just walk down at that bit. Needs a bit of focus to help you get through. Just fall there, but stop walking when you get to the end of it. So keep all that in mind as you work through, and you'll find that you've got a really, really rewarding game experience here. Yes, it is high, but at the same time, then I think I like that level of challenge. I like the fact that you feel like you've accomplished something each time you dive into the game, even if it's just, I've got through that screen just a little bit smoother. You can also feel like a right thunderhead when you just go, I should be focusing and not talking at the end of this. So, in summary, it's a great platformer, Springbot. It's got really solid controls. It's got some great animation. The design of each screen leaves it relatively obvious what you need to do, but doesn't necessarily make it easy for you to do it the first time around. And the actual size of the game itself is very expansive, which means you're not going to get through this in 30 to 45 minutes. This is going to be a good amount of gameplay to get through and find out all the secrets of the Mars base, to find out where all the reactors are, to remember to jump out the side of that lift before it takes you to the top. And you'll see there that although there are some sort of decisions at the side, to get through to the next main part of the game, this is the way you're going to go. It's leading you through what needs to happen. But it's not, taking you through a cutscene and just pressing A all the time. It's showing you through gameplay. That's wonderful. So, Springbot, in the merits of this channel, it's a new game. Let's recommend it. But it is definitely worth a go. And of course, with everybody spending more time at home in the moment, you've got extra time to get out your graph paper, do the map yourselves, and remember just how much fun you enjoyed mapping a game. See, look, I've got one more screen further up. What's up here? Up, 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 up. Somewhere new. Haha. Where do I go? Well, I'm not quite sure. Why would you want to go all the way to that side? Okay, so it's obviously this way. Ah! You can't go that way. Oh, well, if you want to go that way, maybe I need to actually go up and around and up and over and jump and fall on it. See, just works through, does the extra bit of design. That is Springbot, out of AJF, Andy Farrell, and we will have the link to that one back in the comments, so you can get yourself and download that one and enjoy yourself as you explore a base just before you get ready to explode it. I'm Geonauts. This is Retro Spectrum. You know where the like button is, you know where the subscribe button is if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook or anywhere else. Find the local equivalent. Ta-ra for now. Have you enjoyed this video? Would you like to see more? Before you click through to watch something else, why not follow the link to help me make more fun reviews, clips and content?